Welcome back. This morning, we're giving a voice to victims like Florida State law professor Donna Markel, as his former mother-in-law is preparing to go to trial accused in his murder. Defendant Donna Adelson's latest move is to try to get a new judge. Adelson's defense team filed a motion requesting that the Honorable Stephen Everett recuse himself, which was denied. And then the defense filed an amended motion, and it was once again denied. It's sealed, so we can't look at it, unfortunately, but we do know that Judge Everett is a no-nonsense judge.
Anyone who is acting inappropriately will be removed from the trial. If this even goes to the issue of contempt and trying to influence the jury in an improper way, believe me, I have no problem having them break out the handcuffs. You can ask around.
That's why he's the judge. Now, Judge Everett was also the judge assigned to the trial of Donna's son, Charlie. That makes sense administratively in court systems, because this is the same case facts, essentially. Now, Charlie, you recall, was convicted in the murder of his former brother-in-law, Dan Markel. The victim in this case, Donna Adelson's trial for the same murder coming up next. And Wendy, who is Donna's daughter, Charlie's sister, stood to benefit the most from this horrible plot. She has not been charged to date. She was married to Dan Markel. Now, let's talk about this some more. I'm going to bring in our resident expert on the case, Court TV digital content producer. You enjoy the great articles she writes every day. Our friend Lauren Silver's back on opening statements, and with her, criminal defense attorney, former prosecutor David Bruno. Okay, Lauren, good morning. We want to start with you here first. These sealed motions, you see everything new that comes on that docket. You see it before anybody does. It's hard to know, but help us out a little bit. Kind of give us the context around what's sealed, what's not, and any insight you have as to what might be contained there, please.
So in Florida, most things are considered to be open. So I was honestly surprised to see a sealed motion on the docket. Leon County in Florida, obviously, usually very open. Lots of documents are open in her case. This one is sealed. Both the initial motion and the amended motion were sealed. The denial, it looks like a straight denial. There was no written order that is unsealed. But this does come off the heels of a lot of, we'll say, losses for motions for Donna in court. Her attorneys were trying to suppress a motion regarding her daughter's book. She doesn't want Wendy's book coming into evidence. That was denied. A motion to suppress jail calls with Charlie, also denied. Her motion for bond, denied. So I suspect she's getting frustrated, but as you said, Judge Stephen Everett is no nonsense. He is calm, he is even-keeled, and very in control of that courtroom. So I would have been surprised to see a recusal.
Lauren, this is such great insight you're sharing with us. All of Donna's denials, all the denials that she's gotten. Maybe this is just building up and she's mad. I have a clip of one of those denials when she was complaining about her treatment in the jail, asking for bond. Let's watch.
I was assaulted by another inmate while I was here in the beginning of October.
October 2024?
Yes.
And when you say here, do you mean the Leon County Jail?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Since you began experiencing that pain, since October of 2024, have you requested medical treatment?
Yes.
And what has the response been?
They said they would take an x-ray, but in the meantime, I could have Tylenol.
And Lauren, remind us, is she still in the same facility?
Yes, she is. She was denied that motion for bond despite her alleged assaults, medical problems, which include, I believe, sciatica, some back pain, and small ear canals and an earwax buildup. But those were not enough to get her out.
That's right. I remember her saying that she's, needs her earwax removed. Can they give her a little bit of rubbing alcohol for that? Doesn't that help? David Bruno, let me go to you next, please. To go so far as to ask for the judge to be removed, that's a bold move, as you know.
It is.
Especially if the judge stays on your case, right? What do you think about this?
Absolutely. And listen, all those decisions were rationally made. I mean, on the issue of bonds, she was caught fleeing the country at the time of her arrest. The suppression motion on the jail calls, she's told this is a recorded line. On the book, relevance as to motive. I mean, these are all rational decisions. And this is the MO of any defendant, Julie. And that is once those decisions start rolling against them, they want the judge out. Let's get him out. How do we get the judge out? And to your point, when you file that motion, and I've had this conversation with many clients since leaving the prosecutor's office, you better win. You better hit. You better have a legitimate reason to file that recusal, because if you lose, you are stuck with the same judge.
Right, you're so right, David. That is a motion you don't want to make unless you can win. And here, they might just be making Judge Everett mad. What a great judge he's been. I mean, we've seen him in action presiding over Charlie's trial, and we pulled one of our favorite moments from him. Take a look at this.
That trial period would have been June the 16th to July the 2nd. Not sure if Your Honor would be able to make that available to us, but that's when we all were available to try the case.
I would need to check my personal calendar because we all answer to someone and I answer to Mrs. Everett.
Yes, sir.
Whether or not I'm available the first week of July, I cannot tell you at the moment, but I will check.
So as strong and tough and bright as this judge is, Mrs. Everett is the boss, not the guy wearing the black robe with the gavel. Oh, Lauren Silver, how about it, that moment? That was one, it got people talking, didn't it?
Absolutely. And Donna herself has gotten people talking. At the last few hearings, she's testified, she's taken the stand, doesn't want to stay quiet. But Judge Everett, yes, very much in control, and he did remove her previous attorneys who had also represented her son. So I suspect she's also a little sore about that still as well.
Ooh, thank you for that, Lauren. Thank you for that reminder. Right, that was like, I mean, anybody could have seen that conflict coming, right, David Bruno? I mean, like, that to me, was just incredible. How her lawyer, acted like, I can just keep on going here. No, like, how's this gonna happen when Charlie comes in to testify? David, what do you think about that lawyer? I mean, it's almost like he did Donna a disservice by wasting all that time taking the case. This is more time she's behind bars, too.
Oh, yeah. I mean, just the change. I am in a substitution right now where we're just getting a massive amount of information. It's so difficult to get up to speed, especially when there's been years of litigation and discovery exchanges and just understanding really the exchange of discovery and the mountain and bait stamp system and electronic evidence, with all the electronic evidence nowadays too. So with that being said, that transfer definitely took time. It took sweat equity of the attorneys and also a delay when Donna's detained.
Right, David. Yeah, that attorney, I believe his name was Daniel Rashbaum, who represented Charlie and wanted to represent Donna. And great decision by Judge Everett, saying this conflict cannot happen in the courtroom here. So now she's got her new lawyers. They're trying to get the judge to recuse himself. Lauren Silver, tell me, looking at the docket, does it look like there's a firm trial date to you?
Yes, so the trial initially scheduled for September 2024. Obviously, that was delayed with the change of lawyers. The trial is now scheduled to begin on June 3rd with jury selection, aiming for opening statements around June 9th. Of course, that could be delayed again. The next hearing is set for May as a status update.
Oh boy, this is coming up soon. Let's see if they stick to that date. We'll mark our calendars. Lauren Silver, thank you so much. And David Bruno, big thanks to you as well. I need to let you get off to court. And Lauren, we'll have you back soon to talk more about this case and all the others. Thanks so much. Now, my friends, before we head to break, we want to show you something. We want to just take a moment on this Friday morning to remember the person that this case is about. Professor Dan Markel. longtime professor at Florida State University, a father of 2 young, beautiful boys. He was only 41 years old at the time that he was murdered. We're thinking about him and sending love and light and prayers to his family as the quest for complete justice for him continues. We'll be right back.